Um, getting on live today. I do apologise for the delay. We're here now. It kept saying that there was an error. There was an error. Seth, sorry, could you help me, please? And just close that window, please. Sorry, because I was feeling about. I kind of didn't prepare as much as I usually would have. So on number three, please, hon. And so, yeah, well, greetings, everyone. I wanted. Sorry, I don't think he can hear me. But anyway, without further ado, and I'll also say greetings. Welcome to BlaXit. BlaXit is based here in the Gambia, in West Africa. And BlaXit created from the UK. It's all about sharing journey, our experiences, and some ideas. And not only that, also talking about the what's in the window much and the door behind you, please, as well. I'm just trying to eradicate noise so that you can hear me clearly without interruption. So if you're here, if you can hear me, just do a little bit of housekeeping. I want you to please give me a thumbs up and also a comment to let me know that you can. I'm just going to put top chat to do the settings, live chat, so I can see your comments. Okay, so I should be able to see your messages. A bit fuzzy. Okay, let me try and clean the camera. I'm possibly I can see the camera with this. So. Let's try that. Sorry. I pressed something with my finger. Apologies. And joining today, we're going to do something a bit different. I had a conversation with a client today, and now it's buffering. Thank you, Gina Gill, for the feedback. Very little I can do about that, unfortunately. Sometimes the internet is great, sometimes it's not. So I'm going to have to ask you to forgive me in today's show about that, okay? So hopefully it will improve as we go along. So I was asked a number of questions. I was going to continue with last week's show, which was reasons to leave. But after having a conversation with one of the BlaXit subscribers today, I'll call you Miss B, you know who you are, I decided to do a little different. So I just want to say hello to all the BlaXit family that have been supporting BlaXit and has been there for BlaXit from the beginning. I want to say thank you for supporting BlaXit. Thank you for, I think I want to say thank you to all of the 58,000 and odd BlaXit subscribers who have subscribed to the channel. So I just want to say thank you, big yourself up. We wouldn't be here if you weren't here. For everybody who's shown up on this live, I want to say thank you. I'm not seeing your comments again, so I'm just trying to fix this. I don't know why it's happening. Okay. So they're coming back up again now. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been watching BlaXit, sharing BlaXit, and supporting me as well, and encouraging me. So I want to say thank you, because sometimes it's an arduous journey, and it's really, tricky. And I'm sort of working on my book, trying to work on this, work on that, and I've got so many ambitions for Africa, and citizenship, and I'm going to try and get a hold of a parliament expert who can give you an update so far as what is going on, okay? I think that will probably be the best bet. So far as citizenship, I think it's better to get a parliamentarian to join us live here, and so you can get an idea as to what has been going on. I think that will probably be easier, or the easiest thing to do. So whilst I was going through the conversation, she had never been to Gambia before, so she had a lot of questions. So what I did was I went old school and I formulated these questions. Oh, they're probably backwards. I didn't think about that. You see, I didn't think about the camera doing things backwards. I should have written in mirror. It doesn't matter. I'll read them anyway. So I formulated a lot of the questions that she had into little cards that I thought I could share, but now I've seen it's mirror vision, I'm just going to have to read them. So all these questions were here, and I'd like to know if you could just give me a comment, please. You know, if we can do this together, yeah? Okay. Okay. I'm not seeing your messages. I'm really sorry. So I'm trying to do an adjustment. So if you could please just throw me in a few messages so I know that it's working, if that's okay. So I'm going to shuffle them. We're going to do a random shuffle. And this is all about repatriation, of course, coming to Africa, packing up your stuff, you know, leaving. Why would you leave? Why do you want to stay in the West? That kind of a conversation. And she was saying she was so cold. And she was calling from the UK, and she was saying she was so cold, and that, you know, it was really, you know, difficult over there at the moment. And it just felt, thank you, darling, thank you, Junior Gill. And it just felt as though things weren't, you know, so right. Like, it just feels like everything's drained up there. So I basically have written down her concerns, because, you know, I value what you say. I just want you to know this. I value what you say, and, you know, I value you. I just want you to know that. I value this journey has, you know, been a challenging one, because it's not easy to pack up your things and leave, okay? And it's not easy. I recently had some friends and family over, and it was so difficult saying goodbye, because you don't get to see them as often. Oh, good evening. That's Fonz the Builder. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for joining me, okay? You know, it's difficult. And so I just want to shuffle these and then start here, right? And I know some people will say, oh, you know, it's easy for you to say. So what I've done is I've started to try to formulate it to make it easier. So one of the questions that was asked today, you probably can't see this, didn't think about mirror imaging and cameras, is language. And so she asked about communication and communication issues, and if she would come to stay in the Gambia, if she was to come and live in the Gambia. And one of the things she said is that, you know, oh, hello, Fiona. How lovely to see you. So I'll say hello to Team BlaXit. Hello, KD. I know you're feeling a lot better than you were, so that's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to our other two fellow directors as well, who's here. Hello, Ed, and hi, Eyes. Nice to see you. Right, so over with the team. Hi, Lamin, good to see you. Hi, Kebs. Hi, Ads. Right, so that's Team BlaXit and all of the other sub-directors that help us. Thank you so much. So, I'd just like to say language. And so she wanted to say, good to see you, Fiona. Good to see you, Drake. Hi, Drake. Good to see you, Menelik Cheney. Blessings and light in the name of Allah. Absolutely. So peace, love, and light to you all. Everybody knows this is a high frequency channel which only deals with the love vibration. We don't bring any of that negativity here. Yeah, we keep it positive. We're moving forward. We're progressing. Okay. This is all about our progression. This is about us taking it from there. Yeah, I do remember you, sweetheart. Right? and taking it that next step. And that is for us to come and fulfill our journey, fulfill our prophecy, and, you know, fulfill a lot of the, I want to read these comments. Dear Juliet, I hope you're able to make a shareable file about cost of living in Gambia. I have a card about that, actually. I have a card about that here. So keep watching, yeah? And so, yeah, so languages. And I don't want to learn a new language. This was, you know, one of the things that she said, and communication issues. Will I be able to live? Will I be able to survive? Well, I do fairly well, to be honest with you. Thank you for all you do to connect us in the diaspora with the true homeland. You are truly inspiring to me, and all you do, and reparations. Tagana, thank you so much. That's Menelik and Jason. Thank you so much, Jason, and Happy New Year to you too. Menelik Cheney, I'd love to meet you in the near future. Of course you can, sweetheart. In fact, I did meet some really lovely BlaXit subscribers this week who came from Italy. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. It was so lovely to see you, and it's lovely to, you know, spend time as well, just sharing. And they were sharing so much how hard it is now, and how much they just want to come home for good. And so that was good. So let me continue with the card. So I don't want to learn a new language, communication issues. How do you get through, Juliet? How do you shop? How do you survive? And I explained to her that English is actually a second language here. And that is actually quite easy. And a lot of people here actually speak English. And is that a challenge? Yes, it is, because it makes you a bit lazy to learn the language. Because if a lot of people speak to you in English, then you don't really feel the need, the desire to learn the language in as much as you would if you were thrown in the deep end and there was no way to learn it. But there are language schools, okay? There are language schools here that you can go to. So I just want you to know that there are language schools that you can go to. Hi, Melanick, and hello. Who's that? Big up, big up, big up. Yeah? And so that was one of the issues. Of course, when you go to different places, villages far out, then there might be less of a language. There might be more of a language issue, but there'll always be someone. I haven't really had that much of a challenge. So greetings from New York, Inca, and I want to give you a hand. Let me shuffle. So I don't want to go in building a house, buying lands, and conditioning. So she asked about building a house and buying land. She asked about building a house and buying land. And she asked for advantages for both. And I said to her, like, if you buy a new build, you know, greetings to Leonie, Redwood. Hello, hon. How are you? Thanks for joining. You know, this is the Love Vibration BlaXit. And I was saying that there are advantages and disadvantages. So if you buy a house, then that's like a ready-made house. So your design ideas, the sizes that you want, and so on, might not be involved in it. Peace and blessings, and that's Al from, I missed it. I'll get you when it comes back up next time. See if I press the button if it comes up. Oh, nothing happens. Oh, I don't know. Okay, who's that? Greetings, sister. Akil Hashem. Peace and blessings. Akil, thank you for joining us. Yeah, please. Buying a ready built house or a new built house. Yeah. Ones like, and there's those advantages, there's that aspect of it. Of course, there's a price differentiation. Price differentiation as well between when you control your own costs and when you buy. But you might just not want the headache. You might just want to buy and just, you know, move in. You might not want the headache of buying land or a headache of wanting to build. But to me, it's not a headache because you get what you want, and I think getting what you want is important. And so when you sort of go and buy your own land, you can go and buy your 50 by 50. You know, you can build a house of your dreams, swimming pool of your dreams. You can have, you know, the life of your dreams. And so that's the difference. And so that requires a little bit more patience, a little bit more hands-on. But if you give it to the right contractor, I work with a contractor called Ibrahima, who's really good, really good, and he's also just don't even let them listen. Yeah. I wish when land was going for 30,000 to lassies and stuff, I wish I got in there. But you know what? Did we buy into the hype? I love your work on citizenship. I got a card on citizenship as well. I think the biggest challenge that is Senegalese, if a Senegalese is born in Gambia, then they don't get the citizenship. So I'm not sure how it would give the diaspora citizenship. Aha! Well, this is what I wanted to talk to you about, is automatic citizenship. If, for example, I was to have a baby tomorrow, that baby would actually be a British citizen because they're conferred automatic citizenship from me. Yeah, so, but we'll get into that when I get to that card. So I think, let me try and get through these cards. If I keep on, I'm not going to get through them. So yeah, so when you have your own, you can do your own plans. You can, you know, build a house and the land and everything the way that you want it. So I think that's the great advantage. In addition to that as well, because you don't have to buy within a set location that the developer has. You have more choice. So freedom of choice is the other thing. I should take these. So there were concerns about Wilaya similarly. I can say that. I've been to a few other African countries and very supportive, very kind. In the Caribbean, they created a big divide between us, and they kind of othered Africans, you know, and made us feel like we weren't the same people. We are. And once we understand that, we are the same, and we eat the same sweet potato, you know, we eat the same rice, we fry the same fish, you know, we eat the same small, really small, in fact, minute. And there's more things that, what you up to, is that Toledo, USA. I just was trying to grab that. Let's see if I can put it back up again. And so, what's up, Juliet? Willie, I miss you, hon. Yeah, you're in Toledo. Yeah, I'm fine. And so, the assimilation process is far easier than you think it is going to be. So I just want to say that to you. Assimilation is not even an issue for you to concern yourself, like conditioning, getting used to dusty roads in some areas, yeah, driving, like, oh, I will cover that in other cards. But in terms of people themselves and how they treat you, I've had such good and wonderful treatment that, you know, in England it was like you was kind of like on your own, like, you know, everyone's out for themselves. But here you have a true sense of community, which I didn't know, I never experienced before. Seth? Sorry about this. Seth? Yeah, there was like a true sense of community. My time is going off, that's the reason why I had to call him. And a true sense of us all working together and being together and sharing together, you know? And it's not just like for going next door to, you know, get something. It's really about to borrow something like a cup of rice or whatever if you didn't realize you ran it out. It's about that sharing of community, sharing of family, and, you know, naming ceremonies and marriages and deaths, and when they're stressed you go and sit down and talk, and, you know, it's very nice. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. And when I had the shop, I even had like a closer connection, more so than I would say I do now. But it's still there, and it's amazing. And you know, Gambians, for me, and Africans, I've been to Sierra Leone, I've been to Guinea-Bissau, which was amazing. I went with a team of people, Mansa, and also Nkosi, and also, what happened there? Nkosi and what was her name? Fatu, and also Katie. So we had a brilliant trip to Guinea-Bissau, and it was the same. Everyone was so lovely, majestic, destiny, greetings. Yeah, it was a wonderful trip, and we had the same hospitality. So that hospitality is here, and so you don't have to worry. Your simulation, let me speed up, your simulation is an easy process. Okay, so Tiffany, sorry, I'm just trying to read this. I think it's tough and healthy. Is that right? I haven't got my glasses on. Tough and healthy, greetings queen. Okay, so let's shuffle again, let's see what comes up. Oh, sorry. Okay, residency. Someone's asked me about residency. So how long does it last? How long does it take? And how much does it cost? Okay. So residency is annual, and you pay for it annually. And I go down to the office in Canifing, and that's where I pay. So it lasts 365 days. It's usually renewed every January. Greetings. Oh, okay, it's TJ Fit and Healthy. Sorry, it's TJ Fit and Healthy. TJ Fit and Healthy. Sorry about that, getting it wrong. So yeah, how long does it last and how long does it take? So yeah, it lasts 365 days. That's V, our dog. And how much does it cost? Well, I usually do it combined, and it's gone up. It used to be 3,500. It's now 7,700. The lassies. So that's the lassies. How much is that? Approximately 81 to the lassies. So you're looking at about £100 or so. So it's TJ. Oh, hi TJ. And Spirit. I just saw Spirit. Do you know, the messages come up and they go down again, so that's the problem. Okay. So how long does the process take? It doesn't take that long actually. It takes a couple of weeks. Once your information is on the system, and now Africa's gone biometric. That's right. So if you don't like to give your if you like personal details, you must make that clear to them, okay? Because the old school ones aren't. So there you have it. That's how you get your residency, and you renew it. And yes, it is asked for like your ID card. We still have alien cards, even though we're not aliens. Yeah. Well, we must be extraterrestrials. So anyway, so you get your ID card, and you get a work permit that goes with it. So I'm going to kind of cover work permits and ID cards, but you have different classes of work permits. So it depends on which work permit you have, and if you're not working, then obviously you don't need a work permit. Okay, so that would reduce the cost. It wouldn't be 7,700. Okay, really, I should have separated the cost, but I didn't think about it. So here's the next card coming up. I already did language, so let me just take this one out. Okay, this one's flipped, so let's have a look. Cost and expenses, cost of living. I think someone mentioned that before. So cost of living, it's just like anywhere else in Africa, it's increasing. Okay, the same way as it is in Gambia, but it's no way as expensive as living in the West. I have family members who live in LA that are very close to me, and I have family in America, from Virginia, shout you all up, from Fort Lauderdale, shout you all up, all my family in Manhattan, shout you all up, my cousins, Maurice and Pi and everybody, shout you all up. You know, I have family that's born and bred in America as well, and I want to shout them up, my fam, you know, love you like cooked food. So just like anywhere else in the world, it's increasing, but it's not increasing on the same rate, let's just say that. But of course it is, but you don't spend as much to live. It's far less. So I'll give you an example. To cook a meal, because that's like what I'll focus on, like your daily costs of living. So to cook a meal, okay, like you might spend for like a meal for a family of 5. Yeah, a meal for a family of 5, you can go and buy, if you eat meat or if you eat veg or if you eat rice, a kind of average meal with salads and what have you, that costs us 600 dollars. So 600 dollars is less than £10 to cook a meal. Where it's about it's about maybe £6 or so to cook a meal for a family of 5. But if you are a small family like we are, then it's even less. It's even less, okay? So your food bill is much lower. We buy locally at the market, so we keep our costs down. So we buy locally, we buy everything locally because it's cheaper that way to buy at the locals. We try to keep exports to a minimum because the exported food is more expensive, and that's when your shopping bill increases. So in terms of fuel, there was a fuel hike everywhere because of what's been happening in Russia, and so that affected us the same way, but fuel is still cheaper here than it is in the West. Now I'll cover some other things, so I'm trying not to have overlap. People talking about internet. I think I've got a card for the internet. So, but you have options, and that's what I like about living here. You have options, and you can grow what you eat and eat what you grow. So you can keep your costs lower. Like when I have a green pepper, I keep the seeds and I grow them. Yeah. When I am making a salad, I empty out the middle of the tomato and I keep the seeds. Yeah, and I grow them. Yeah, potatoes, I keep some of them, leave them to sprout, and I grow them. Yeah, even pineapples in my yard there, I take off the top and I grow them. Okay, my pawpaws, you see my pawpaw trees outside, I grow them. Yeah, so my green bananas and my bananas, I grow them. Yeah, so you can actually, you know, obviously onions as well, you can grow them. Okay, so anything you want you can grow. It's very fertile here actually. So you know, and I actually like eating my own food. I got soursop tree, you know, I grow them. So you know, avocados, I grow them. You understand? My orange tree hasn't beared yet, so I'm still waiting on them. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that you can still do for self and even have your own land. Okay, so try that. Okay, TJ, Wagwan, yeah, and QC, word up. So that's one of the benefits. So, okay, in terms of other costs of living, like, so my water, it comes from the ground. So once you've got your borehole, you get me, your water is coming from the ground. So you're not paying water rates and you're not paying any water bill. You just maintain it and maintain the pump and so on and so forth. Yeah, and clean off your solar panels and service. So in saying that, your electricity is also free because it's also coming from the sun after you install it. You understand? And yeah, I love to grow it. Who's that? Sorry, I missed the name. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, grow what you eat what you grow. What, you know, it's about time we started to do that more so. And the food is sweeter. When you take off that soursop, trust me, you eat and you're breaking to that, and it's creamy and sweet and nice. And you know it's also good for your health. And you know, so you grow it in your front yard. You know how sweet that tastes. I can't even talk it. I can't even talk it. There's some things that you experience that I can't even talk it. You understand? Because words can't express the sweetness of living in Africa. Yes. That's what I will say. Yes, and I lived in England and I'm not knocking anywhere else. I'm just telling you about my experience, okay? So let's shuffle the cards and come up with another one. Okay. Okay, so I'm talking about flying out. Some people have concerns. And one of the concerns that The lady that I spoke to today, she talks about flying because she was concerned because sometimes when you fly to Africa connecting flights, or you can't always come to Africa. Well, I came here on a one-way ticket. I bought mine from, do you remember Teletext? I don't know if everybody remembers Teletext. Give me a message if you remember Teletext and let me know if Teletext still exists. Yeah, but do you remember Teletext? Yeah, so Teletext started to do holidays and they started to do flights. Anyway, when we were coming, Teletext, I booked it. I booked it so quickly, and so I booked, I think it was a one-way flight, paying like £127 one way, and I haven't booked another flight going back as yet. So I have not been back to the UK. I've been very happy here, so I bought a one-way ticket, but you can obviously do inter-African travel, which is quite expensive, I hasten to add, yeah. Shout out to Zena, yeah, you know who you are, Queen Zena. You know, who sponsored one of my trips when I went to Sierra Leone, and she purchased a ticket which was with Fan Boutique when we were covering the Gulagichi tour there. So, okay, so that's Tyann, Tishan. Hey Tishan, thank you. Yeah, I love you. You got to grow what you eat. You know, put your hand in that soil. Ladies, there is nothing more therapeutic than putting your hand in some deep black brown soil. You know what I mean? You know, it is very therapeutic, and watching it grow. You know, it's like nurturing your man, looking after your man. It feels great. Should I get that personal? Sorry if I've overstepped the mark. Oh, that's Juliet. That's me all over, okay? I just keep it real. That's how I feel. You know, it's like a massaging your man, you know, and you're making that hole for that seed. You know what I'm saying? Without getting graphic. But anyway, you know, let's keep it clean. So flying out is a bit more expensive when you're going into Africa, and obviously book in advance so that there are a lot of seats that go very quickly. So that's my advantage. That's what I would discuss on that. But fear not, if you want to leave, you can. And let's shuffle again to the next card. So I want to get through these so that I'm not on here too long. So renting a home, tenancy costs, deposits. So renting, okay. So renting was there. Got loads of messages, of course. You remember teletext? Okay, I love that you really want to grow what you eat. Thank you so much. I'm going to say big out to DC. DC, word up. Where you calling from? Where you messaging me from? Let me know where you are. I want to shout you all up. If you're here watching, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And please subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to grow the channel. You know, everybody knows about shadow banning going on with black channels at the moment. You know, African-centered channels. You know, anything that's uplifting and spiritual. We're all under battle right now, okay? So, you know, please support and share with your friends, okay? Okay, so we're going to start talking about renewing your passport as well. Yes, you can. I'm just going to skip and jump to that. Yes, you can. There's a British embassy here. There's an American embassy here. Okay, and you have to pay, obviously, because you have to pay for the like that. But yes, you can. So in case you're wondering, and in fact, many people have done it. So renting a home. Yeah, people have asked me about renting. Yeah, there are homes available to rent. Some people do Airbnb, and some people take out tenancy agreements. No, most tenancy agreements here run for a year or 6 months, and you pay in advance, okay? Yeah, you pay in advance. So, he's from UK, I'm born in Jamaica. Sorry, the comments go so quickly now, you don't get to see them, to really read them. So rented a home, tenancy costs. So yeah, you do pay a deposit. Some places like a damage deposit also, and you pay in advance. That's one of the things that, you know, you have to do. You pay your whole rent. Okay, I'm in Birmingham, UK. I'm Jamaican descent like yourself, and I've already bought land in Gambia. I just need to sort it out. Oh, well done. You know, holler at me, info@BlaXit Home. .com if you need help. That's info@blaxithome.com. That's BlaXitHome, BlaXithome.com. Okay, and info at. So there's that. Some quick pieces of advice before you rent. Go and check the place out. Okay, go and check the place out. Check all the facilities work. Check, everywhere that you would do if you was going anywhere else. Check absolutely everything and be meticulous, because it's where you're going to stay. If you're building, check out the facilities, amenities, travel, what the roads are like, interconnecting roads are like if it's during the rainy season, because a lot of people, I've got a card on rainy season, so I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, you do get tenancy agreements here, and there are agencies that have lots of properties on their books, okay? I've already bought land in, okay, thank you for that. And that's from Tishan. And there's another message that just came up that I missed. So can you please put it again for me? So there's that. So, obviously do that. We've had some couple of issues when we had some very attractive women and we had some lazy landlords, but that was because they were so beautiful. But it wasn't really an issue and it was quickly ironed out. But I'll raise it because it was an issue for one particular lady that was here. He just really liked her. The landlord just absolutely fell in love with her and was besotted with her, but she did not like his advances. So, but not all landlords live on the property. So if you don't want to be that close to your landlord, you don't have to live in the same compound as your landlord, okay? So you have that choice as well. So it's just something to think about when you are doing it. Who's that? That's Rosetta Jones, RJI, Juliet Family, I can't wait to come next month, doing a great job from UK, come from JA, came out last year. Wonderful, wonderful. So, Juliet, you did not shuffle, come on. Juliet, you did not shuffle. You can slap me on my wrist for that one, okay, did not shuffle. Okay, so let's see what falls out. Okay, so what's fell out is 3, but I'll take the one on top, and that is police. Okay, I missed that last comment. Sorry, I was too busy doing the cards. So police. Police here are very helpful. They're very under-resourced. And of course, it's very nice to give a donation and to support and to help where you can. And not to abuse the police service, because that has been known where, for every little thing, people are running to police. Okay, in the same way as they do in the UK. Yeah. Okay, so who's that? Hero. Hey, big yourself up for, and they are very supportive. If you are having a major issue, but I would say keep it to major issues and criminal acts. And when I say criminal acts, I'm not talking about civil issues. I'm talking about, you've been robbed, or, you think someone's burgling your house, or, you've been attacked, or you're being stalked, or, something serious, on an already overstretched system, when you can have other people that can help you with other issues, or you can resolve them. One of the things that I do like about to resolve issues first, which is amazing. They try to, I didn't even realize, it was like the police actually try to meet. There are police stations all over the place, and of course you have checkpoints here. So I want to talk a little bit about, I went to a checkpoint and, I felt obligated to give some, they are obligated, like in England. So, if you're not used to it and they know that, you're used to on the left, you make a mistake. And not because, I'm a law-abiding citizen, so I shouldn't be having any aversions anyway. But I think the racism in England and being worried about, being targeted for something that I didn't do, and I experienced that, when I saw a young man being arrested and I didn't understand, I didn't like the way that they were manhandling him, and I stepped in and it was like they were trying to arrest me as well. You know, simply because, and telling me that I can't record. What do you mean I can't record? It's my phone. It's my right. There's no law here that says I can't use my phone to record you. Show me. Show me. So next thing you know, you're telling me that I'm obstructing police and you're going to record. You're going to what? Listen, in England with police, I think here they're a lot more relaxed. And to be honest with you, I think it's a better approach. I think the mediation, understanding, and trying to get to the bottom of it is a more immediate approach. But I would say that they're not as resourced as they are. Hi, my baby. They're not as resourced as they are over there. So the next card that's come up, what can I do for a living? How will I survive? This was a big question that came up as well. And I asked them, what do you do now? You know? And so the person I was speaking to, I spoke to another person actually. Let me use that. She's probably a better example. And she said that she was a carer and she'd done nursing. So I said, don't you think there's hospitals here? You know, there are, but there'll be a differentiation in salary because the cost of living is so much lower. Donation made here to the health department, and it was amazing. Things are happening, and that people are supporting the expansion and development of Africa. So, but you can cut out and carve your own niche here. That's what's beautiful, is that there are so many things and opportunities out, a couple bits and pieces for you to watch. And of course, if you've got an entrepreneurial, you can. So let's go to the next card. I'm trying to speed through. I've got so many cards and that means what's next? Okay, don't want to say goodbye. Okay. When you have someone who you love, right? If you could, hang on, who's that? A super chat message. Wow, thank you much. Yeah. So you can. Greetings to everybody. That's Sinajallo. Hi, Sinajallo. Yeah. Greetings. So I'm just trying to get the messages up again. Greetings. Haru 8 as well. So letting go of family and friends, that's a tricky one, okay? And it gets easier as time goes by, but you can use, if you can't do that, you can always drop an email. Email's instantaneous, so you can write a love letter via email, you can write an apology, you know, via email, you can send anything you want via email. So it is, you know, much easier today, it's instantaneous, and you can send a text, you can send a WhatsApp, you can do a video call, you can do a FaceTime, you can do so much. That was really hard, you know, because my children live abroad, and I say children, but they're not young. Yeah, and especially loved ones. I remember when KD was here and he was going back to Nigeria, I found that really hard. I found that really, really hard because, you know, he was so supportive, really helpful, and so I missed him so much. You know, and obviously when you love someone, it's hard to let go, and especially when they're supportive and they help you a lot. So yeah, that was hard. So when your heartstrings, the people that you love, when you have to let them go, it's really, really hard. Right, I haven't got much longer to do all these, so I might have to finish these up next week. Would you mind? Okay, I've done this one actually, I didn't take it out. I think I did work permit. I think I covered the work permit as well, so when I covered the residency. So options, already built house. I think I was buying a house. I think I kind of covered that as well. So buying land, I covered that. That's easy. We can help guide you through the process. BlaXit is here. BlaXit sale. Don't forget that the BlaXit sale ends on the 21st of January. So please, citizenship has come up. So please try and get your land as quickly as possible. There are plots in Gunjur, and there are also plots in Bussorah. Yes, there's a 20 by 40 plot in Bussorah, which is available for sale as well. So call me because they're on sale. So they're much cheaper than what you think they are, okay? So the one in Bussorah is very reasonable and less than 2,000. No, in fact, don't let me say that because I don't even check the price. I'm not talking. I haven't got it on my phone at the moment. So citizenship, how long does it take? Here currently it takes 15 years, which is too long. So it's under review and we are campaigning to have that changed and shortened, okay? So we are actively campaigning and we will be hyping up our campaign again. It's okay to come to Africa when you're, obviously, I am now a divorcee. So technically, until I marry again, I am single. And so in that case, you know, can you come without a partner? Will it be okay? It's just myself and my children. Yes, entirely safe. Okay, and that all important African king, African queen, African princess. Okay, that's right, black love, baby. Okay, so it's okay being single. You get a lot of support here, a lot of support. Okay, and I think that's important. So transport. That was the next thing she asked me about. See if I can whiz through these. I don't think I'm going to get through all of these today. I've covered jobs, I think. I don't think I'm going to get through all of these. I've still got opening a business. I've still got, I'll be here all day driving. I've still got shipping. I've still got power and power outages. I've still got food. I've still got facilities. I've still got scope for new development, investments. Yeah, I've got a lot. And I don't think I think I was over ambitious. BlaXit Family, I think I've been over ambitious. I thought I could get through all of these today. I'm not going to do it and finish this program within an hour, realistically, okay? So we'll just cover what we can, okay, for now, and see what we can do next week, if that's okay. All right, so the ones that I've done, I will keep them separate in a separate envelope and see what we can do. So transport. So depending on where you live in Gambia, okay, there's different transport systems. So we have the gilly gilly, just like you do in other places, the little gilly gilly that you jump in, and big up to oh my goodness, oh my gosh, this company's dropped out of my head. Is the name of his company, but the gilly gilly company, that I interviewed on BlaXit. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I apologize, my brother. I don't know why. Yeah, I had a blank moment. But anyway, Gilly Gilly. So he had his companies that does that, and they have taxis. You have tourist taxis, and you have local taxis. Local taxis, like from Turntable to Brikama, and a local taxi is like 25 Dalassis. Yeah, so what's the equivalent of 25 Dalassis? 30 pounds, I think. I don't know if it's that much. Tourism taxis, and those charge more, okay, but they're still pretty reasonable to get a taxi here, or to even hire a driver, or even to, I don't want to go into hiring a car, because that's another car. So there's also, you can hire a car anyway, and pay a daily rate. There's also buses. You've got local buses. You've got like the minibus type, driver, bus, and then you've got the government buses as well. And you've still got buses that even take you to Senegal and other places as well. Okay, if you want to go out of the country, that is. And of course, there's bike riding now. There's not as many bike lanes and stuff like you'd find in England, yeah? Sometimes when you're on your bike on them dusty roads and them big rockety, I've seen a few people go flying off their handlebars. Me, when I'm riding, I'm walking at the road like this. But anyway, but riding's pretty good, but you just do need to be vigilant and very careful, okay? Because many of the roads do not have designated riding lane, and also a horse cart on the road, okay? So, it's quite nice. And of course, when you're also driving around, you will see sometimes cows in the middle of the road having a quick nap. And the old goat herder going across the road and chickens coming out for a quick fly. So, yeah, it's quite fun, actually. And it makes it quite interesting. Are they regular? Sometimes, sometimes not. Don't be adverse to having your minivan break down. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen sometimes, especially on long journeys like to Basse. But you can travel around the country via bus. So just like to say that, and it is quite reasonable. It's very cheap if you ask me, okay, compared to running a car. And it has gone up a bit, but not that much, okay, because of the price of fuel. So, right, shipping, okay, shipping. People ask me about shipping and about coming and the price of shipping when they're coming to Africa, and what support can we give. So I just want to say that a lot of people had some issues when shipping their things here. So I just want to give a little bit of advice when packing, okay? Firstly, when I made the program about shipping, I was very serious about it. You must pack your things properly. You must list all of your items properly. You must pack test your electricals and have them signed off, okay? And when I say pack your things properly, if you put things in an ordinary box, by the time the ship goes and it goes up and down, everything brack out, everything done, everything spray out everywhere, so that you don't come out of the shipping container. And of course, don't forget your bill of lading, and to get an original copy of your bill of lading. And don't forget when you come onto the program, that might be better. Now, people were concerned about, oh, I missed that message, I'm so sorry. People also consider cheaper, reliable alternative. Competition always sharpens anybody's service. So I don't know if they have an exclusive contract here or not. I'm not getting involved in that. I am just saying that NAWAC is the main one, but they do have power outages, okay? And so the main thing is ensuring your food is safe, okay? Your food, that's the main thing. It's got food on the back as a reminder to remind you, so that defrosting a freezer or what have you during that time. So those are the main things that really affect you. And of course, not having your aircon on or your fan or whatever. But people actually, I must say, and I must confess that let me talk for myself, yeah? When I was in the office, or when I'm in the office and there is a power outage, I actually enjoy the break away from the computer computer, yeah, and I take advantage. I take, and I'll go down the road to the beach, or I'll go somewhere where they got a back, or we just sit outside and drink a tire and you know, talk to our friends. A lot of houses now are being built of them. Oh, I was enjoying this. I don't know. How do you feel about? Was it boring? I've got loads to 3 or 4 hours going through. Link in the comment section if it was okay before I say goodbye, and remind you that as one we are many and as many we are one. Every time I try and say this, I was getting cut off. Have you noticed? Like for the last few shows. But we are, okay, as one we are many and as many we are one. I will keep saying it over and over again, okay? Africa is your birthright. You have the right to come back. I want to thank you for joining me on today's show. Everybody that came, you contribute, know it, because each one teach one, and we're sharing knowledge, and that's what's important. And I want to tell you that Africa, it's Africa. They just fall in the goal, okay? So don't let people fool you about Africa. Don't let people and misguide us. We've already been misguided. Designer clothes here or whoever. I don't know, I'm just throwing out names. So, you know, we have, you know, so much potential here. Okay? Like I said, Team BlaXit sending love out to you. Different, and if you don't feel that you are, work towards it. Okay, and love yourself more. You facilitate repack, which means that they're far lower than market value, because we're doing it to encourage you to come home. Okay, I want to say a big shout out to Dr. Julius Garvey. Dr. Julius Garvey, that's Dr. Julius Garvey, Marcus Garvey's son. We did a excellent interview with him that got 82,000 views. We have yet another interview that was done in Nigeria, in Lagos at the Marriott Hotel, and that I'm waiting to get out. So just want to say farewell to you all, and you've got that to look forward to. Content will be coming out very shortly. Like I said, we had a problem with the computer, so that's been an issue, and of course our lovely editor been off sick, so you know we do miss him dearly, and you know I'm sure that he'll be making a full recovery soon. So you know, love and farewell to you all. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next week. We'll finish these. So let me know in the comments if you thought that it was useful, please. You know, if it was useful, interesting, yeah, let me know. All right. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, no problems.